What's up YouTube, Capital G here. We got the European WCQ. This is top 8 XC Monarchs versus Pendulums, Majespecter Pendulums. That specifies that, for the most part, I think that specifies that you're running like Bomboku, you're running Raccoon, and you're running Karen instead of just like running Karen, which some versions do have. Like they just run Karen, and it looks like, I think Karen may have been played. This is first turn game 1. I think Karen may have been played and blown up with Sky Iris to get Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Looks like he plays Odd Eyes and, well, 2 Odd Eyes, Unicorn and Dragon. And he has a Light Phoenix in his hand, I believe. And he's going to Pendulum Karen in defense mode. In this matchup, I personally give... I think then he went in the end phase and then used Odd Eyes effect. I would give Pendulums the advantage, mainly just because I mean, I hate to sound biased. I'm just not a big fan of Xyz Monarchs. I mean, honestly though, if he had something like, wow, his hand's actually pretty boosted though. Like if he had Stormforth, he might be able to just, if he had like Stormforth Domain and like Aether, you'd probably just kill him because he has a bunch of different cards. Because he has Brilliant Fusion as well, and he has Return of the Monarchs. Looks like he has Prime in his hand. Edia. That's a pretty good hand. Depends on if he has Pantheism. I can't see what that spell under Return is. If it's like Pantheism, oh my god, yeah, he could just, might be able to potentially kill this guy. Because Stormforth is so strong against Karen. And usually, you know, you don't want to put it back in their extra deck. There's nothing you can do about that. But if you're going to kill them, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like if you're just going to straight up kill them, doesn't really make a big of a difference. Goes for instant fusion. Okay. And he has to kill the Karen somehow. Looks like the Pendulum Magician player has, or Pendulum Majespecter has Effect Veiler in his hand. Samir versus, oh man, how do you pronounce that? Swino? Is that Swino? That is a difficult German name to pronounce. I think it's Germany v France. All right, so he goes for Brilliant Fusion, one of my favorite cards in the game, but I'm a Gem Knight player, dirty scrub Gem Knight player, and he sends the Edia to the graveyard, gets himself the Panzer. Okay, Panzer is like a tank. I think Panzer literally means what's it called? Doesn't Panzer mean dragon in German? I forget. Panzer means something in German. It's something important. Okay, so Seraphonite gets bounced. So he can actually use another Brilliant Fusion later in the game. Maybe Panzer means Panther? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to stop talking at this point. All right, normal summon met with Effect Veiler. Ouch. And you want to talk about a hand getting countered. This may have to be GG here because Karen's coming down next turn to play. The Panzer will blow itself up. That will probably get rid of Sky Iris. The problem is Extra deck Monarchs have no ways of defending themselves. Unless you run Solemns. No, this dude is not going to shuffle. That is a superpower shuffle, my god. Keep in mind your opponent's going to cut your deck. But yeah, one of the reasons I don't like Extra Deck Monarchs is because of things like this. If you don't go off turn 1, then you just basically sit there and just take the D from Pendulum players. You don't run Solemns. You don't have Domain. Like you don't have Domain that's live. So it's not like you can just lock them out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh or anything like that. You can't really do anything great. I think in his hand, no, he set Prime. Okay, that's not live though, because he hasn't used any Monarch spells and traps. I think he has like 1 or 2 cards in his hand. He's just looking at Panzer with the pop. I'd go with Sky Iris. Did he not choose? Oh no, he destroyed. I think he may have actually decided to destroy his own Edia with Panzer's effect instead of blowing up Sky Iris. That's kind of weird. Let me see what he did. That's really weird that he didn't use Panzer's effect. I'm pretty sure that when Panzer is destroyed during the when it's destroyed, that you get to blow up a card. So I thought that he just would have blown up Sky Iris, considering it's just gonna get Samir more plays. So he's got the monkey board that he searched with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon last turn. That gets him Joker. Joker will then summon itself, normal summon, and get him a copy of Pendulum Sorcerer. Looks like he's gonna Sky Iris the monkey board. Doesn't need it anymore. Maybe he's thinking about going for Odd Eyes Fusion. Okay. Fair enough. I think he should try and go for game here. He's gonna activate Odd Eyes Fusion right away. And he pitches what's it called? Phoenix and Joker. Time to go for that Vortex Dragon. Oh, come on, be a man. Summon it in attack mode, dude. I mean, if I was in, like I said, I would try and just, if I have the damage, I'm just going for game, man. That means Vortex Dragon's going in attack mode, but he is going to summon it in defense. He has Corinne in his hand. He has Majespecter, Tornado, and Pendulum Sorcerer. Okay, he might not have the damage then. Tornado. Yeah. Tornado's mainly good if you have Raccoon. It's not so good with Karen, because generally with Karen you want to bounce. But I guess it does. I mean, like, you can bounce another Pendulum with Karen, and then you can use, what's it called? Yeah, see, he has a lot of monsters on board. Okay. And he's using, okay, so he's using, what's it called? He's using Phoenix, and, oh, he had game either way. So, excuse me, he was going to use Pendulum Sorcerer to gain attack and Odd Eyes Unicorn to gain attack as well. So I guess, I guess he felt like he didn't need to put the Vortex in attack mode. You know what I mean? I still think I would have put it in attack mode. It's Monarchs. I mean, they don't really have any defensive cards. So Monarchs essentially get kind of like wrecked game one. He just did not have the counter plays. And that is the reason why, I don't know. I feel like if I was going to play XC Monarchs, I might play Solemn Scolding in the deck. But the problem is, if you go first, Solemn Scolding is such, I mean, it's such kind of, not, I don't want to say a dead card, but it's a card you can't really use. You know what I mean? Immediately, you can't use it turn one. You just have to set it and, you know, hope that your opponent plays into it or something like that. Use it as your defensive card. But I'd rather just set up behind my wall of domain, just hope it doesn't get wrecked, and, you know, try and win that way. But, okay, so game one goes to Samir pretty easily. Let's see if we can skip ahead and try and skip the side decking. I try and skip side decking because, I mean, who really wants to watch that? All right, so game two. And we'll figure out who's going first by whoever plays a card first, obviously. I think if I'm Domain Monarchs, I don't know, man. The only thing that would really scare me is Corinne. I mean, I doubt this guy's not playing any Solemns, or I doubt either player is playing any Royal Traps. Okay, so this time, Swinno, he opened with double Pantheism, which is already pretty good. Even if you have double Pantheism and nothing else, it's still alive. He has Twin Twisters and Stormforth, gives up Stormforth for Pantheism. He drew a Gem Knight Garnet. Oh, man. The amount of players in the last 2 weeks that have been wrecked by drawing Garnet, I can't even count them anymore. At least he can, what's it called? At least what he can do is he can discard it for, yeah, he can obviously discard it for Twin Twisters. Pantheism is being banished. I think that Samir plays Flash Knight. That's pretty dope. Okay, so both players running some normals. All right, so he's getting a copy of Prime. And he'll probably Pantheism the Prime to draw a couple more cards. See if he can fix his hand. He's got Aether and he has Erebus, but he doesn't have any tribute fodder. He has a Prime, but that's only one tribute. So he's looking for either Brilliant Fusion or something else. And that's assuming he runs 2 Garnets. Draws 2. All right, he has Eidos. Now he can tribute. He just topped Eidos off the top of the hand. Is it me or is Samir's hand really low? I guess it's because it's a top-down angle, but I'm like, bro, he might be able to see your hand. All right, so he's going to... Okay, so what he does is he summons the Eidos, activates the effect, summons Prime, and now he's probably going to go for Erebus. He does. All right, time to hit a card out of his hand. That's one of the reasons why Monarchs can go first, is because of Erebus and Thestalos, because they can take cards out of your opponent's hand before they do anything. If it gets Veiler, it's whatever. You still got a card out there hand. You just didn't get to choose. His hand looks kind of potentially, actually, it really depends on the Twin Twister. Twin Twister can make his hand like really good or really booty. You know what I mean? Like if Twin Twister resolves and hits some scales, he's great. He also has the Garnet's not doing anything. He'll pitch that for the Twin Twisters. And he does get another Pantheism in the grave. So he's got like 3 Pantheisms already in the graveyard. The thing about it is he might have to waste Twin Twister just on Sky Iris. I don't think Samir is just going to play the Pendulum Scales for no reason. Because if he plays them both without protection, I would jump at that. I'd Twin Twister them both immediately. And I'd just let it ride on that. All right. And we see a quick cut. He's looking at his graveyard to see what's in there. He has 2 Primes and a Pantheism live cards. Sets 1 card, that probably being Twin Twisters. And play goes to Swin All. Now, he does get the Corinne, best card in that deck, outside of like Joker and Monkey Board, to be honest. The flashlight, flash knight. I'm not sure how good that's gonna be for him. I wonder if he just runs that because he runs like a bunch of normal pendulum cards. You know what I mean? Like, let me think of one. I think Pendulum Rising might be one of those. Okay, so he goes with Sky Iris. He might want to, as soon as he sets like a pendulum scale, he might just want to try and blow that up. Just so his hand might be potentially dead. Because you got to remember, Monarchs can probably get, since he has all those Pantheisms in the grave, he can probably get to, what's it called? He can probably find himself a Stormforth. Oh, he set the Karen. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. And Karen is not protected by Sky Iris because I believe that it only protects probably Pendulum Editions and Performa Piles. Alright, so he can draw a card off Lizard Draw after setting the Light Phoenix. I think he may have drawn another normal. No way. He does. I think he drew another Flash Knight. I feel like he just drew another Flashlight. I'm pretty sure he drew a Vanilla. And that he has one in his hand. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the other card, the one that lets you summon a normal from your I run it in Gym Knights. I can't remember what it is. Alright, goes for Karen in defense. Yeah, he drew another Flash Knight, and now he has two of them on the field. Maybe you try and bounce the Erebus with Karen. That might be a legitimate play, because, yeah, I would probably just do that. Get it off the field. You know what I mean? Because the Monarch player doesn't have Edia, so there's that. That's a positive. Because if he gets rid of that Karen, man, you're probably boned because you're probably gonna lose your scales at that point, or you might just like potentially OTK you. I might consider. Gotta look at his graveyard and see what's above those two primes. I might try summon a prime here. Nope, it's his turn. Okay, so no, he's not. No, it's not his turn. He's gonna activate. It's not his turn. He's activating Aether. I thought he was doing that for his turn. I'm like, I didn't see him draw. Looks like he wants to tribute Aether, or excuse me, he wants to tribute, he wants to tribute Aether using Erebus. And, okay, so, what's it called? Karen's gonna bounce. Alright, so Karen bounce Flash Knight, and Aether won't resolve because Erebus is in his hand. Since he cannot, what's it called? Oh, hold on, what's going on? Let me see what's going on here.
Oh no, I think they just paused play.
Oh, he went to battle phase. Fair enough. He went to battle phase. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, what's happening? He normal summoned and then just went to battle phase. Fair enough. Or he's just gonna block it. Oh, okay, fair enough. He's gonna block a attack with the prime. I don't know if that was a big deal taking that attack or not, but I guess he feels like he wants the prime anyway, so it's really, might as well stop the damage. I feel like Flash Knight somewhere around 18, 17, somewhere around that. It's a vanilla. Why? Okay, so he drew. Let's see what he drew. I'm really trying to think of that card off the top of my head that lets you summon a normal from your deck if you control no monsters. And for some reason, Pendulum Rising keeps coming to my mind. I'm pretty sure this guy runs it, but it's not Pendulum Rising. Oh, is it Unexpected? Is it Unexpected Die? I think it's Unexpected Die. Okay. Oh, he top deck Brilliant Fusion. That's a great top deck right now. I say that because he can send Edia to the graveyard, and he has so many banished spells and traps, which means he can get himself a Pantheism straight to his hand. That's pretty good. There's a Seraphronite. He can already exceed. He's got 2 5s on board. So he can pretty much bait out the Karen. There's Edium. And keep in mind, he can also use Eidos's effect too to totally get him the Aether, the Edia out. So this is that was a perfect top deck. Okay, so it looks like he's triggering Edia's effect, a little shuffling going on. I mean, all he really needs to do is just get rid of Karen. If he gets rid of Karen, he has the green light to kill him. That's the main concern, but Karen is just so good of a card. We need an answer to it. We need, like, Karen Capture Jar or something like that. Your opponent has to spin all Karens back to their deck or banish them all. Yeah, we need a way of doing that. Like, banish all face-up Karens that are on the field in the extra deck and in the main deck. Banish all copies of cards with the same name in your opponent's main deck as well, or in their hand. Something crazy that just works on Karen. I'll be fine citing that. All right, so he's gonna banish. I think he might be looking for a Stormforth here, or maybe a return. Actually, Domain's not bad here either. No, I'm just talking about for the lower your for the tribute effect. Oh, he's getting tenacity. Okay, whatever. Well, that basically just searches them. Okay. All right, so that's just basically a middle. That's a middleman in between what he wants to get and what he actually is given. And I want to say he got return. Yeah, return looks pretty good here. You might want to just tribute. Actually, I think the best play here is go for Aether so that you get 2 big monsters on board and Karen can't get rid of both of them. And then maybe you use your extra summon to tribute for Erebus. But yeah, that might be the play here. Alright, so he's tributing Seraphonite and what's it called? Oh, he goes for Erebus instead of okay, fair enough. I thought he was gonna go for I thought he was gonna go for Aether, but he does not. Goes for Erebus. Erebus is gonna get spun by Karen. And okay. Still needs to get rid of Karen, and he can attack. Well, he can, if he has a big monarch, he can probably attack over the Karen. All right, so he's paying the. He's gonna activate the cost of Erebus, and yeah, I forgot about that. He still has the Eidos, and he can still the Eidos gets what's it called? Eidos gets the Edia, and he still gets more summons. So. Even with that first normal summon gone, again, more summons will be coming. At this point, he can just summon the Erebus right back. He can spin a scale, and then he can obviously simply attack. He won't get the second effect though of Edia. He won't be able to add because he's already added. So this time, he will actually be able to get rid of what's it called? He will be able to get rid of Karen, hopefully permanently. Now, return is, I think, once per turn, so let's see.
Yeah, so I believe that he's in a good spot here because Samir hasn't really produced a...
Wow, someone's excited. I guess the other match, one of the other matches may have been decided. All right, so this time he's going to trigger some effects. It really depends on, well, we know he has Flash Knight. That's not really good. He's sending Tenacity and another return. You don't need 2 returns. You really just want to resolve 2 returns. This is one of the points where you probably want to have a prime in your hand so that you can start recycling your spells and traps just to make sure you don't run out of them. You know what I mean? You don't want to run out of spells and traps. Both players are still sitting on 8,000 life points, so I seriously doubt he will spend Karen. If he just has 1 card in his hand, and we already know what that is, like, because he just bounced it to his hand, would definitely make sense to get rid of the Phoenix. Just spin that, get rid of it. Your opponent won't be able to get it back. Just attack over the Karen, and then he's stuck with 2 Flash Knights and a draw, and you just hope that what's it called. So he is gonna go ahead and spend the Odd Eyes, the Odd Eyes Phoenix battle phase, and Karen's gone too. So yeah, now he just has 2 Flash Knights, and not really sure what those do. Obviously, they're gonna be the same. I don't know what its scale is, but they're gonna be the same scale. So if you put it in your P zone, he would need to top deck like another Sky Iris or something like that. Give him a live card. And question is he going to go Prime here maybe? Yeah, is he going to go Prime or is he just going to pass? Looks like he is going to activate Prime. I would probably just like banish a return or something. So he does banish a return, gets that Prime, because then next turn he can summon another Prime. He can go into a rank 5 and he can go into Pallades. Yeah, he could go into Pallades and potentially do some more cool plays. Just give him some damage if nothing else. He sets a card. What's that about? And I think he's going to pass. And he does. And I think he got Painful Decision. Okay, yeah, Painful Decision. Okay, so I guess there is enough like normal stuff for him to run. Although I don't think he runs Unexpected Die. Sends Master to the grave to get a Master. Okay, so there's Pendulum Rising. That's like Pendulum support. I don't think it's normal Pendulum support. I got to look that card up. But I know that Painful Decision and Unexpected Die both are. Pretty sure anyways. All right, so he gets the Master Pendulum. That was a very good top deck because obviously the Flash Knight wasn't. That wasn't going to do anything. Painful Decision should go to the graveyard. And it does. It's crazy that they made that an ultra rare, isn't it? It's like really kind of crazy they made that an ultra rare. All right, so I believe Master is a is he a 5? I know he's not the same scale as Luster. He's either a 5 or a 3. I know that Luster, like one of them is a 5 and one of them is a 3. So he pendulums out Karen. And Karen is just such a bitch to deal with. Like if I had a Solemn, like even if it was Solemn Scolding, I'd use it. Like I don't want to sit here and have to deal with Karen bouncing my cards back for like 10 more turns. Okay, so this time he is going to activate Prime. Karen is summoned in defense mode. Looks like he passed turn, and it's up to Monarchs. Keeps looking at that set card. It must not be that live. He needs to get rid of the Karen and ideally the Scales as well. Maybe you want to go for like a Volcasaurus or something like that. Force him to just bounce. Because Volcasaurus would obviously be able to just attack over the Karen. I don't know if you want to use your Pallades, because you know it's going to get bounced. I mean, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like it's going to die or anything like that. Pallades or Volcasaurus, yeah, I think it doesn't matter. But this time he's going for Aether. Activating them both. And when I say both, I'm sorry. I mean, he's looking to activate Return, and he's looking to activate Aether's effect. Yeah, you just see how much of a pain in the butt that Karen is. You know, and it just seems like Stormforce is just the main answer that you have. It's not like it can't be chained and it couldn't bounce Prime to the hand. Although I would not bounce Prime, because I would try and make the Monarch player run out of spells and traps here. Yeah, I feel like that would be a grievous mistake. So he's targeting the, what's it called? He's targeting Aether. You know, see, I know a lot of people, like, no one really runs, what's it called? Not Return, but March, but... You know, this is where March definitely comes in handy for Domain Monarchs. Now, obviously, he can't really use March because he has an extra deck, but if he was running Domain Monarchs, hypothetically, this would be a good time. All right, so out comes Karaz. He's going to pop some cards that don't really serve a purpose anymore. Obviously, Brilliant Fusion has already paid for itself. Draw 2 cards. Oh, he's got the Solemn. Oh, I think he just won. I actually think he just won, because that next Pendulum summon is not happening. I'm a big advocate of Solemn Scolding. Or if he had, like, Twin Twister, that helps too. So I think he's just looking for those. He's looking for non-Monarchs, basically. Cards that are not freaking Monarchs. That's what he's looking for. But what is that set card? He has to get rid of the set card, otherwise he can't use Scolding. So whatever that set card is, he's got to get rid of it. Alright, XYZ Shokin. Maybe the Pallades will come out now. Pallades being an excellent card in this situation. Serves as a stun, offensive card, and defense. Really, it's not. I guess it's offensive because it can attack. Like, it's not gonna spend anything that really helps. Oh, goes for Adrius. Okay. Adrius can blow stuff up. It's not bad. Not bad. It's been such a long time since I've seen that card. All right, so he blows up Master. I think. Geez, I think the last time Adrius came out in Generation Force. It was like the first Zeal set. So, I mean, Generation Force. God, we must be talking 2012, maybe like early 2012 or 2011-ish. Nah, I would probably say like 2012. All right. Get some attack damage. I think Adrius is 24 or 2500 attack. We'll see when his life points drop. It's around those Monarch stats. Set's probably the Scolding. But again, it is not live. Yeah, it's not actually live yet. Okay, so he banishes Eidos to get Edea. Looks like he's trying to trigger Edea's effect as well. Nope, he's not. Okay, play is back. And I want to say he top decked an Oath Dragon. I wish he would put his hand back in the view of the camera, but it appeared to me that it was an Oath Dragon. Now, obviously, again... what's it called? Solemn Scolding would stop all of this, but you can't control any set cards in your back row, and he does. So he can't use the Scolding. I really hope he doesn't try and activate Scolding with that other face down. Whatever it is, dude, you need to find a way to activate it. It's the Monarch Stormforth, and he's just doing. Okay, I feel what he's doing. Karen was played, Monarch Stormforth was chained, and he's just doing that. So this whole Pendulum Summon Ripperoni, yeah, okay. He's just doing that so he wouldn't have a set and Scoop Phase. Yeah, we're going to call Scoop Phase. Oh, is he scooping? Yeah, okay. There we go. Scoop Phase on that. He knows that if he loses out on that Pendulum Summon, he's not coming back. So we're going to game 3. I still give Pendulums the advantage unless Karen is not hit. Karen is just too big of a problem. This is turning into like World Championship or WCQ Karen. You know what I mean? It's just showing up to be like one of the best cards in the entire game. So let's try and skip ahead. See if we can find game 3 where both players have already sided and whatnot. All right, there we go. Game 3. Now again, we'll know who's going first based on who activates something first. The Monarch player's hand looks pretty clean. It looks, I mean, he's got return. Anytime you open up with Pantheism plus Prime, you're good. Like if he was going first, it would be a very strong opening because, I mean, he's got Pantheism, he has Prime, he has, I believe I see an Aether. I can't see what the card is on the bottom of his hand, but I know what those other cards are, and those cards are really good. You know. Now, Samir has Lecter, Master, Luster, Guitar Turtle, and Flashlight. Wow, that is a super duper Pendulum stuffed hand. All right, so a Pendulum's 3. Could we be seeing the Ignister turn 1? Yeah, I actually think that's sort of not the greatest hand. Yeah, and it is the Ignister. It just seems maybe, I feel, you know what I think he needs to get to? I think he needs to somehow get to Titanic Galaxy because his hand does not seem very strong at all. He has no ways of, I just say that because he has no ways of defending himself. Like, unless he goes for like a Abyss Dweller or something like that, maybe, and just hope that you don't run into a Stormforth. Even that doesn't seem so strong. Okay, so he is going to go for Dynester, I think. Yeah, I think you just have to roll the entire tournament on Titanic Galaxy. He's got the Titanic, but the thing is, that's literally all he has. Yeah, all he has is that Titanic, and I feel like that thing might not live. All right, there's a Brilliant Fusion. That's going to get absorbed, and that will allow him to, wow, his hand is fucking insane. His hand was insane. He had Brilliant Fusion too. Oh, he scoops! What happened? Oh my goodness. Was that? Oh, he didn't. Did he not? Oh, he did not have he did not have Pantheism. He did not have Pantheism. I'm sorry. I thought he had Pantheism in his hand. Wow. The Titanic Galaxy. He literally, Titanic Galaxy, he just scoops to Titanic Galaxy. What? Wow, bro. Wait, why would you activate, if you knew that you needed Brilliant Fusion to play Yu-Gi-Oh, wouldn't you have tried to bait it with, like, the return? I'm so sorry. I thought that he had Titanic Galaxy. I mean, I thought that he had Pantheism in his hand. He did not. Wow. Titanic Galaxy OP. Confirmed by this match. Thank you guys for watching as always.